If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The sports world is buzzing with a rumor that has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, and it revolves around none other than Myles Garrett, the star defensive end of the Cleveland Browns. Reports are emerging, albeit unofficially, that Garrett has been caught in a doping scandal, something that could potentially jeopardize his entire season and even his career. This news, if confirmed, would be one of the most shocking in recent memory, considering Garrett's status as one of the most dominant defensive players in the league. The mere suggestion of a doping violation raises many questions about the circumstances surrounding the test of substances involved and how this could affect the Browns' chances this year. Fans and analysts alike are left wondering if this is a misunderstanding, a mistake, or something more serious. The NFL has a strict policy regarding performance-enhancing drugs, and any positive test could lead to severe penalties, including a suspension that could last an entire season. The timing of this rumor is particularly unfortunate for the Browns, who have high hopes for a playoff run and rely heavily on Garrett's presence on the defensive line. This possible suspension not only threatens the player's future, but also impacts the team's dynamics and strategies moving forward. Myles Garrett, known for his explosive athleticism and game-changing plays, has been a cornerstone for the Browns since being drafted first overall in 2017. His ability to disrupt offenses and rack up sacks has earned him a reputation as one of the league's premier defenders. If the doping allegations hold water, this could tarnish what has otherwise been a stellar career, marked by dedication and remarkable performances. The rumor suggests that Garrett's positive test might involve a banned substance aimed at enhancing endurance or recovery, although the exact details remain murky. Sources close to the investigation hint at an ongoing review by the NFL's drug testing department, which could lead to formal charges against the player. The Browns organization has yet to make an official statement, but insiders suggest that the front office is preparing for various scenarios, including a lengthy suspension. This news has caused an uproar among fans, many of whom are expressing disbelief and hoping that there's more to the story before jumping to conclusions. The uncertainty surrounding the situation is fueling speculation and debate on social media and sports forums, with some defending Garrett while others anticipate the worst. The potential fallout from a doping scandal involving Myles Garrett could be immense, not just for the player but also for the entire NFL landscape. Given Garrett's prominence, a suspension would send a strong message about the league's stance on drug use and the importance of maintaining a level playing field. The rumor mill is already swirling with theories about how this could affect team morale and the Browns' defensive strategies. Without their star pass rusher, the Browns might have to adjust their game plan significantly, relying on other players to fill the void. Analysts are debating the impact this could have on the team's playoff aspirations, suggesting that Garrett's absence might shift the balance of power in their division. Additionally, the possibility of a full season suspension brings to light the harsh realities players face when caught in doping controversies. It raises questions about the support systems in place and how such incidents might affect a player's mental and emotional well-being. This saga is unfolding in real time, and every new piece of information seems to add more layers to an already complex story. Adding to the intrigue is the timing of the alleged positive doping test, which reportedly came during a routine screening early in the season. This has led to speculation about whether Garrett knowingly took a banned substance or if there was some kind of inadvertent ingestion. Rumors suggest that the substance found in Garrett's system might be linked to supplements or medications, raising the possibility of a tragic mistake rather than intentional cheating. This angle is fueling debates among fans and experts alike, with many hoping for a thorough investigation that will clarify the facts. Meanwhile, the NFL Players Association is rumored to be preparing to defend Garrett, vigorously citing past cases where players have successfully challenged test results or mitigated punishments. The saga has taken a life of its own on social media, where hashtags and trending topics revolve around Garrett's name, reflecting the high stakes involved. Everyone from former players to current stars is weighing in, expressing sympathy, skepticism, or outright condemnation. As the Browns and the league grapple with the unfolding situation, one thing remains clear: this story is far from over and could redefine Myles Garrett's legacy forever. Sources close to the NFL and the Browns hint at an internal investigation that is ongoing, with league officials reportedly conducting interviews and reviewing evidence behind closed doors. The rumor that Garrett might face a suspension spanning an entire season is gaining traction, with some insiders speculating that the punishment could be harsher given the league's recent tough stance on performance-enhancing drugs. This potential sanction could align with precedent cases where players caught doping have been sidelined for 12 games or more, depending on the severity of the violation. Meanwhile, Garrett's teammates are said to be in shock, struggling to reconcile the image of a hard-working, dedicated athlete with the accusations now swirling around him. The locker room dynamics may be tested as players and coaches wait for official news and prepare for the possibility of playing without their defensive star. The Browns front office is reportedly in crisis mode, considering all options to fill the gap Garrett's suspension would create. The organization's priority, it seems, is to maintain focus on the season ahead while managing the media frenzy and supporting the player through this turbulent period. What makes this rumor even more sensational is Garrett's public persona, which has been largely free of controversy throughout his career. Known for his intense work ethic and leadership on and off the field, the possibility of a doping scandal feels almost inconceivable to many fans and analysts. Some speculate that if the allegations are true, it might stem from a misguided attempt to recover from injuries or to enhance performance during a grueling NFL schedule. This narrative is drawing sympathy from certain quarters with commentators, discussing the immense pressures athletes face to maintain peak performance and the risks involved in using supplements or treatments that may cross the league's banned substances list. Others, however, are less forgiving, arguing that integrity in sport is paramount and that no player should be above the rules. The tension between understanding human frailty and demanding fairness is at the core of the ongoing debate. As the rumor continues to grow, so too does the scrutiny on Garrett's past performances and whether any signs of doping were previously overlooked by the NFL's testing protocols. In the midst of this swirling controversy, Browns fans are left grappling with uncertainty and disappointment. The rumor of Garrett's doping suspension casts a long shadow over what had been a promising season for the team. Social media is ablaze with mixed reactions. Some fans are rallying behind Garrett, expressing belief in his innocence and calling for patience until all facts are known. Others are calling for accountability and transparency from the player and the organization. The local media in Cleveland is said to be digging deeper, attempting to uncover the origins of the positive test and whether there were any lapses in the team's medical or support staff. Meanwhile, rival teams are likely watching this drama unfold with keen interest, as a weakened Browns defense could significantly alter the playoff landscape. The speculation about how the team will adjust in Garrett's absence is already dominating sports talk shows and podcasts. For the Browns, this is more than just a player issue. It's a crisis that could reshape their season and impact their reputation across the league. The NFL, known for its rigorous enforcement of drug policies, is expected to move swiftly in this case. Rumors suggest that the league's investigation is being conducted with heightened urgency, possibly because of Garrett's high-profile status and the potential repercussions for the league's image. The NFL's Department of Player Safety and the testing unit are rumored to be working closely with external labs and legal experts to ensure the process is airtight. Should the positive test be confirmed, Garrett could face not only suspension, but also fines and mandatory rehabilitation programs. The league might also implement additional measures to prevent similar cases, such as more frequent testing and increased education for players on banned substances. This case could serve as a benchmark for how the NFL handles doping scandals. Moving forward, fans and analysts alike are speculating whether this might prompt the league to revise its current policies and testing procedures to better address the evolving challenges of performance enhancement in professional sports. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Amid these swirling rumors, Garrett's camp is reportedly preparing a defense that might involve questioning the testing procedures or seeking a reduction in penalties. There are whispers that his legal team is exploring every possible angle, including the accuracy of the test, the chain of custody of the sample, and whether any contamination could have occurred. This is not unusual in doping cases where players often mount comprehensive legal challenges to protect their careers. Meanwhile, Garrett himself is believed to be cooperating fully with the investigation, though sources say he is devastated by the news and the potential impact on his legacy. His public relations team is said to be crafting a message of hope and transparency, emphasizing that the player is committed to clearing his name. As this saga plays out, the tension between protecting the integrity of the sport and ensuring fairness for the accused will remain at the forefront. The coming weeks could reveal whether this is a tragic mistake or a serious violation, and the outcome will undoubtedly reverberate across the NFL community. One cannot ignore the broader implications of this rumor on the conversation about doping. In the NFL, while the league has been proactive in its testing and sanctions, there has always been a shadow of suspicion around how widespread doping might be in such a physically demanding sport. Garrett's alleged positive test, given his superstar status, could open the floodgates for renewed scrutiny on other players and teams. It raises questions about how athletes manage injuries, training regimens, and the use of supplements. This potential scandal might also spur debates among fans, players, and officials about the pressures that drive athletes to seek performance-enhancing drugs and how the league can better support them. The cultural impact of such a high-profile case could extend beyond the field, influencing youth sports and the public's perception of professional football. As this story unfolds, it could serve as a catalyst for change in how doping issues are addressed and discussed within the sport. Meanwhile, the Browns' upcoming games are suddenly cast under a cloud of uncertainty. Coaches are rumored to be scrambling to adjust defensive schemes and identify players who can step up in Garrett's potential absence. The locker room atmosphere is reportedly tense, with players and staff uncertain about the future but determined to rally together. This rumor has not only impacted Garrett's individual reputation, but also the collective psyche of the team and its fan base. The Browns have built a solid defensive unit around Garrett's abilities, and losing him would necessitate a complete overhaul of their approach. Some insiders suggest that this could be an opportunity for younger players to prove themselves, while others fear that the team's competitive edge could be dulled. The next few weeks will be critical for the Browns as they navigate this storm-balanced media scrutiny and attempt to keep their playoff hopes alive despite the looming shadow of Garrett's potential suspension. Finally, this rumor has sparked a wider conversation about the nature of professional sports accountability and the fine line athletes walk between excellence and controversy. Myles Garrett's situation, whether it ends in suspension or exoneration, highlights the intense scrutiny players face and the pressures that come with being at the top of their game. The potential suspension would not just be a personal setback for Garrett, but also a cautionary tale for others. It reminds fans that behind the thrilling moments on the field are real human beings navigating complex challenges. As the NFL and the Browns prepare to address this unprecedented situation, the sports world watches closely, awaiting clarity and hoping for a resolution that upholds the integrity of the game. Whatever happens next, this story will be remembered as one of the most dramatic and controversial moments in recent NFL history, shaping the future of doping policies and athlete conduct for years to come. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!